Good day. This is Tracy Davis with the 5-Minute Faith Focus. Today is July 9th, 2017, and today we are in Proverbs Chapter 9. We have a continuing point from Proverbs 8 about wisdom's praise, and we're going to have another point talking about the foolish woman. So clearly, the woman of wisdom and the foolish woman will be contrasted on today. So let's go ahead and get started. Wisdom has built her house. Line 1. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also furnished her table. She has sent out her maidens. She cries out from the highest places of the city. And so this is Solomon. He is introducing her once again to the audience. Okay, and so he started off by telling us that she has built her house. And so it gives a reference scripture back into Matthew 16:18 that talks about when Jesus had said, kind of escaped me right there, when Jesus had said here, And I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. So, wow. So wisdom built her house, right? Jesus said he built his church upon the rock. So what is that telling us today? It's actually telling us a lot. So it's telling us that when wisdom does something, it's permanent. It's going to last. And she uses 7 pillars. Remember, 7 is a number of completion. You know it's going to stand. It's a perfect number. And so Jesus, he told Peter that he's going to build his church upon that confession that Peter had made. And so that means that nothing, it's a lot of things that are happening. A lot of people are leaving the Christian faith. A lot of people are doing away with Christianity and doing away with the church or whatever, and flocking to other religions, and or not just going to church at all. But the true church of Jesus Christ is going to stand. Is going to stand. We may take a beating. We may get bruised. We may become battered. But we will stand and proclaim that Jesus Christ is Lord to the glory of God the Father. And so now Solomon is telling us, Wilson, the same thing. She built her house. She's going to stand. And now, and look what she's doing. What she did. She's preparing a feast. Just like when Jesus come back and we're going to be able to have that feast with him, she's building a feast. She's having a feast. She slaughtered her meat. She mixed her wine. Now, a lot of people, when they see wine in the Bible, they go crazy. Oh, well, Jesus turned water into wine. Well, yes, he did. Jesus did turn water into wine. He did not turn it into liquor. He did not turn it into Hennessy. He did not turn it into Jack Daniels. He did not turn it into vodka. He turned it into wine. And the things that he turned it into didn't make nobody go crazy. They were in their right mind. Okay? So now, she has also furnished her table. She has sent out her maidens. She cries out from the highest places of the city. Whoever is simple, let him turn here. Now, she's at the highest place. If you go into your city, like where I live, okay, I think our tallest city is probably Chase Tower or Jefferson Tower, okay? And so you go to the tallest building in your city, and you cry out, okay? And this is what she did. She's crying out from the tallest building and saying, whoever's simple, Let him turn and hear. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mixed. Wisdom mix some wine. But I guarantee you that wine ain't going to make you do nothing crazy. All right? Forsake foolishness and live, and go in the way of understanding. He who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes a wicked man gives himself a blemish. So reproof is like a cutting rebuke. Okay, a cutting rebuke. And like a rebuke is like a sharp reprimand. Okay? And so what he's saying is that he who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself. If you try to correct somebody and you notice that they know how to flip it, and they either start clowning you or teasing you or joning you and put down on you when you're trying to correct them about something, and it causes some shame. They start saying how you look, you fat, you ugly, and all this other stuff. All right? And then it says, and he who rebukes a wicked man gives himself a blemish. So that means that you try to correct a wicked person, then you yourself are going to he probably may curse you out. Do not reprove a scoffer lest he hate you. Now, some people don't even like to be corrected. And that's why a lot of people don't even go to church, because they think the preacher is talking straight to them. Well, he probably is. He probably is. And it's just to make us better people and better followers of Jesus Christ. And we don't have anybody teaching us right from wrong. We're going to continue to do the same old thing. Go back to church and take the rebuke. Take the reproof and better yourself. And then he says right here, do not reprove a scoffer lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man and he will love you. Because if you're wise and somebody's correcting you on something and telling you right from wrong, man, I thank you. I didn't even know that. Thank you for showing that to me. Because why? That's wisdom. You appreciate somebody's telling you right from wrong. Give instruction to a wise man and he will still be wise. It's just making you wiser when you are making us wiser when we continue to listen and accept the correction that's coming to us. You call it constructive criticism. And somebody's giving you constructive criticism, you take it and you use it to become better. Because we don't know everything. Teach a just man and he will increase in learning. And look at because why? This is what it comes from. Because when you're wise and you're just, it's because you have this right here. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You respect the Lord. You love the Lord. And because you respect and love the Lord and don't want to do anything to displease the Lord, and you have that fear for him, you become wise. And so you knowing that rebuke and that reproof is coming from God to what? Make us better people. And not only is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and remember he talked about in chapter 1 about the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Now the fear of the Lord is also what? The beginning of wisdom. And the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For by me your days will be multiplied, and years of life will be added to you. If you are wise for yourself, and if you scoff, you alone will bear it. So when we obtain our wisdom, that's for us. It's to benefit us. Remember yesterday we talked about it's not going to hurt. It's not hurt. You're not hurting anybody by you not listening and by you not accepting the reproof, accepting the rebuke, accepting the constructive criticism. Okay? It's for your own good. And if you don't listen to it, then you're going to bear the consequences. All right, so that's wisdom's praise. Now we're going to move into our second point about the foolish woman, contrasting with what? The wise woman. A foolish woman is clamorous. Remember we talked about that boisterous, that loud and rebellious woman a couple of chapters ago? Was that a couple of chapters ago? Yeah, in 7. That woman that did that man with that kiss. Yeah. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sits at the door of her house on a seat by the highest place of the city. We just read that. Who's at the highest places of the city? Wisdom. But wisdom, it says what? Wisdom, she cries out from the highest places. The foolish woman is what? She's by the highest places. So wisdom is up here. The foolish woman is right here, being boisterous and loud, trying to prevent the people from hearing wisdom. The devil. Look at this. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sits at the door of her house on a seat by the highest places of the city. And this is what she's calling. Remember, wisdom was telling her, if you're simple, come in here. Simple-minded, come in here. She listens to what the foolish woman is saying. To call to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Now, they're trying to avoid her. They're going straight. They're trying to avoid her. But listen to what she says. Whoever is simple, let him turn and hear. Didn't we just read that about wisdom? Whoever is simple, let him turn and hear. She's saying the same thing that wisdom's saying. And as for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant, but he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of hell. Okay, wisdom prepared her banquet. She slaughtered her meat. She mixed her wine. She had her bread. She prepared that. Foolish woman, she stole what she got. She stole her bread and her water, her water. And I don't know if she stole that bread or not. God forgive me. Stole water, saying that it's sweet, and the bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Well, if you got to eat it in secret, she probably got it from dishonest means, by dishonest means. Okay, but notice what Satan does. Okay, God given us a banquet that he prepared for us, that we can partake in. Clean, good food. The devil, by personality of the foolish woman, everything he's given us is stolen. And if you notice, now check this out. This is deeper than Deep South mayonnaise from Winn-Dixie, even though Winn-Dixie out of business. But anyway, check this out. Notice that anything that Satan uses to tempt us, to deter us, it comes from God. The earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. And so even when Jesus was tempted, when he tried to tempt Jesus with them 3 temptations, the things that he had, he tempted him on things that he created. Jesus created that. And the devil using temptation to tempt him to bow down to him. Nothing that Satan offers any of us is worth nothing. It's always something behind it. And what is behind what Satan has to offer? Death. That's all he has to give you, is death. Because he has an end, and he wants us to have one too, with him in the pits of hell. Don't do it. Don't drink his stolen water, and don't eat that bread that he got by dishonest means. Powerful words. Proverbs chapter 9. We'll be in Proverbs chapter 10, Lord's willing. Thank you for joining me today. God bless you. I love you, and have a blessed day.